Let's turn now to our lead story and President Donald Trump's announcement a few hours ago that the United States now recognizes Jerusalem as the capital of Israel. For his views, we're joined now in our studios by Victor Kattan, Senior Research Fellow at the Middle East Institute, National University of Singapore. Mr. Kattan, thank you so much for joining us. So what does this move mean for future peace efforts between the Palestinians and the Israelis? Because peace negotiations have been suspended since 2014.
Well, it doesn't look good at the moment because Jerusalem is a final status issue. It's usually one of the last things you discuss. This time they've reversed that process and they're discussing it before other issues. It's always been a point of contention, and usually that's why people try to avoid it. The Palestinians are very concerned about this issue. Abbas and other Palestinian officials have come out and said that the U.S. is no longer a broker for peace.
Yes, Abbas has said that, but President Trump said by moving the capital to Jerusalem, this could be a catalyst for peace.
Well, he said that they won't change the issue of the boundaries or the status of the city, although it's difficult to see that without more clarity on the issue of the embassy. He hasn't spoken about the consulate general's office in East Jerusalem, so it's possible that in the future this could become an embassy to a Palestinian state, but he didn't say too much about that. His statement about realities on the ground is problematic because one could read that as applying to other trouble spots in the world, the Crimea, the Golan Heights. It could apply to the settlement blocks or Western Sahara.
So it could really have wider repercussions, not only for the Middle East, but around the world.
Yeah. Absolutely. And so I think it's a bone of contention. That's why the United Nations Secretary General has expressed concern, as have many world leaders.
So will there still be any room for peace negotiations here in the near to medium term?
It's difficult to see unless this is followed up by diplomatic action swiftly by the US. There was some talk of a wider peace plan involving Saudi Arabia and some other Arab countries, but then the Saudi king warned the Trump administration not to speak about this specific issue right now, which is what has happened.
And a lot of allies have basically criticized this move by U.S. President Donald Trump. But going forward, do you think they will follow the Americans moving their embassies to Jerusalem?
Well, that's going to be the next diplomatic battleground because for the Palestinians, that's a serious concern. All the embassies are currently located in Tel Aviv, and there have been a spate of UN Security Council resolutions describing Israel's annexation of the city as null and void. Just last December, the Obama administration abstained on a UN Security Council resolution, making it clear that there should be no changes to the 1967 borders. So this appears to cut across that, although perhaps Trump could say that because he's not prejudging borders, that this won't make any difference. So we have to see what plays out.
All right. Thank you so much for your insights. Victor Kattan from the Middle East Institute, National University of Singapore.